Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you what we're going to make with these slider bracelet clasps from Beebeecraft. So I got these at Beebeecraft, and I will put the the links in the description for these items, and in particular this one. So let's get started. This is like just basic stuff, but it's going to be so much fun. So the idea is, if you take these clasps, they're really beautiful. We're going to take and we're going to create a link in between the two ends. So let me draw this down. So these have a silicone gasket inside that bead, and you just draw it down and it just slides down super easy. And it has these weighted beads at the bottom to dangle. And because we're going to be adding pieces to this here, we can get this on and off your wrist. So actually, let me bring it down all the way and I'll tell you the length of this. Okay, so I didn't mention this in the unboxing. This is 90 millimeters long, and it is the box chain itself is 1 millimeter wide. The reason the length is important is because you need to know for the size bracelet that you're going to make that it's actually going to pass over your hand, because once we attach this, this becomes the clasp here. So you're basically opening it wide, sliding it over your hand, and then cinching this closed to secure it. So it does have to fit your hand. So I would say probably to something like that, and the best way is just to do this and bring it together. I think I have a 6-inch wrist, and this comes together right at the 6-inch. So you definitely need at least this amount to go across, and then when you cinch this, you'll be able to get it over the biggest part of your hand. So let's remember, I'm going to get my ruler out and see the length that I'm going to need. So if I look at my wrist, so about 2 inches. I guess I should leave that out. So I just pulled out my lovely Beaded wire. This is 7-strand. You can use whatever you have, and it doesn't have to be gold, but I happen to have the gold, so I'm going to pull it out. And this is satin gold. So I'm going to unhook this, and I'll get my good flush cutters. I always cut this end off that's kinked, so just get rid of that. And these, some of my things are dull, so I have to get a new set out. Okay, so like I said, I have been hoarding these beads. I love them so much, but they don't, like, I do a lot of bead weaving, so they don't necessarily fit into my designs. So let's start. I think we're going to try and do one of each. So we're going to make a whole bunch here. We're going to do some assembly line jewelry. So let's get these out. And probably, I definitely don't need them all. Let me get, I will probably just do under 2 inches here. Let's put that there. So that's 4 beads. I think maybe 7. You know what? Let's go bigger. Go big or go home. There. Now, if you want, you can add spacers in there, but I love these barrel beads. They're so lovely. They have some really interesting iridescence to them. And then we have a sad one here. He's misformed. Poor thing. So let's put those ones away. You know, I've been hoarding them too long when they're starting to get dirty from being in my stash, moved around. They were on a strand, and I think I may have used some. I almost gave these away in the last giveaway. And I'm like, oh, don't do it. You love these beads, even though you've never used them. Okay, so I think I might want to put an accent bead on each end. Let me think about that. A little, like maybe a little gold bead to kind of connect it to the gold color of these guys. So let me see. I have some, these are not shiny ones. I think I'm going to use a yellow gold. Oh, that's the different color gold. Let me see if I've got the actual. Is this the same one? It is. It never fails, eh? You don't have the right. These ones are like a little too, they're not the right color. Okay. Try something else. Oh, here's some. I knew I had some. I also have some bead caps. These are kind of neat. I think those would look real. Oh yeah, that will look really nice. Oh. Okay. See, I overthink things. Okay, simple part we're gonna take, and we're gonna string these on to here. So I'm gonna see if I can get this in all the way, and it worked somewhat. This one looks sturdy. Oh, there. It's nice and clean. This is so exciting. I'm trying to calm myself. When the mail came, I was like, I've been checking. It takes about 2 weeks to come from China. So, okay. So that is going to be the bracelet. Ugh. So, yeah, it should be fine without the spacers. So now, let me get my crimp beads. Like, let's just put a couple of these crimp beads out. And we'll do the jump ring after to attach it. Okay. So what we want to do is we're going to put a crimp bead on the one end. And then we're going to loop this like this. And I'm just going to bring this to the end here. And then we'll slide the beads over. I'm going to move over here. You don't have to make a big loop. We're just going to put a jump ring here. So let's, something like that should be perfect. Now we can do a proper crimp, or you can just flatten it if you want. I think because we're going to see it, we should try and do a proper crimp. there's my crimper. So I'm just using one of these crimpers. If you don't have that, like I said, you can just flatten it. It looks really nice too. I think it does. But so you're going to put it in the very end. Make sure that is small. There, like that. And crimp it down, and it creates a bit of a taco shape. So then turn it 90 degrees and fold it over. So it kind of looks like a bead. It's so tiny. Let's enlarge this here. And just, yeah. So like a little bead on the one side, the other side, bit of a taco shape. I am going to clip this. You can clip it right at the end. It's not going anywhere. Or you can slide that inside your bead. I tend to just cut it right there. That's all you need. And then draw everything down. This. So that little piece looks like it's part of the bead cap. Okay, so I'm gonna cut part of this off. I'm so excited, can't wait. I haven't tried this yet, so I think part of the excitement is thinking, oh, I hope it works. Pick up a crimp bead. Now this one we're going to want to draw as close as we can. So what we might do is bring our tail through the beads so that we can get it nice and snug. So I'm just going to put that down there. Pull, pull, pull. Just be careful because I don't have anything holding the line there, so it might pull right through. And that's why I was thinking maybe I should do the put the jump rings on first. So I'm just kind of eyeballing the other one. We'll just leave it. That looks good. Don't mess with it, Emma. That's when you make a mistake. So put it in the first one and then turn it 90 degrees and squeeze to fold over. And there we have it. So actually I can just cut that. There is a bit of slack on that, which is probably good for sitting on your wrist. Oh my god, I'm going to make a bunch of these with every bead I have, because there's my bracelet. Okay, this is this simple, fun part. Just make sure we'll save those for the next ones. Now we're going to attach our slider. Woohoo! Let's see if I can straighten these a bit, just like so they're not twisted when I attach. And I'm gonna, so these have jump rings. Oh, okay, these are soldered on, but they are open, so you could actually put that directly onto there. I don't know. I think I want to put a jump ring on there. I'm gonna find the smallest one, these 4mm ones. Wonder if the dark ones will work. Oh, those look nice. Okay, get my pliers. And just twist this open. Attach the bracelet end and your, so we could probably go smaller here, but it's only our first time. I'm sure as we go along Probably the final one will look nothing like the first one. That's usually how I do it. And part of it is just sitting down and starting to play with your beads and figure out, you know, try things. Is this going to work or is that going to work? And then attach that part. I think if I had some flat spacers, that would really bring in the gold. But now let's take a look. So this is the bracelet. Just going to slide it on. So you might want to go bigger with the bracelet. I have a very small wrist, and this just got over. Now this wrist is smaller because they had to remove some bones. So my other wrist is bigger. So then this makes it easy for if you struggle to get your bracelet on. Look at this. There. Now that's tight. I don't like it that tight. So there we go. Let's go out a bit so you can see. So there it is. Yeah, and you could put like a bunch of different ones. So yeah, I think this needed something more in there to embellish those. But that's a start. That's a good start. So we'll do something different with the other color of those beads. So let's put that one there. Let's see if we can find something to put in between these guys. Where did I put those? Oh, these guys here. So maybe a daisy spacer or a tiny bead. So let's do that for the edge instead of this bead cap. I'm going to enlarge this so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've got this nice bead we'll do at the end. And I'm going to grab some daisy spacers. Actually, oh, these ones here. These ones are gold plated. That's why I wanted to get those guys. Oh, they're tarnished. They're old. And we live by the ocean. So, okay, those two. This one and this one. I'm just going to move it into the other container so I remember that it needs to be changed. So we did 7 on this. I think I'm going to do... Let's make this one a little different. Why don't we do... put a pendant in there. Like a heart or something. Okay, I have one of these. Ooh, oh, I forgot. You know, I pulled these out for something else. I forgot. There's a bunch of crystals inside. I don't know if you can see the... Is it a bunch or just one? Wow. Okay, put one of those. So let's do 8 anyway because it's an even number and there's no way I'll be wearing all of these. So somebody will get a lovely gift. Oh, look, this one's all... This is how much this is bad. I bought these years ago and I've been hoarding them because I love them. And this is the first time I've seen there's deformed ones. Oh, Emma. That's what Jennifer says to me. I was telling her in the car today that I used to play gags on my parents. So my dad worked in construction, but he had an accident and fell off a roof. So he was disabled and like he stayed at home with my mom. So she got him into watching The Young and the Restless with her. And so they were kind of obsessed with Young and the Restless. Me and my sister would come home from high school and they were watching it, so we'd sit and watch it with them. And one time they had a doctor's appointment, that's what it is. And so then the next day when they went to watch it, they felt like they had missed something. So I told my mom that one of the ladies was pregnant. And she believed me, right? So every episode after that, she kept asking, well, when is she going to tell somebody she's pregnant and stuff like this? I'm like, no, it was a joke, right? It went on forever. I felt so bad after because she believed me. Oh, we were supposed to put daisy spacers. You guys didn't remind me. I'm too jibber jabber here. Okay, so the other thing is I have to think about what I want to put this on. I have bales, so I should grab them and do that. Oh, that's one too many on that. These beads do look a bit dirty to me. So if you end up getting these bracelets as a part of a giveaway, I'm sorry ahead of time. I might try and clean them. Okay, so there's, oh yeah, that's lovely. That's just exactly perfect. Okay, so let me get a bale for that. I found some more charms too. Ooh, look at that. Oh, Easter charms. Okay. So let's see. I don't want it too big because I just feel like it needs to be. So I don't know if that's too. Let me think about this here. There's this one. So it would slide on there. Okay, I kind of like this one better than the long dangly one. Just, you know what? These are nice too. Let me see if that's too big for this design. And I'm gonna bring the camera down some more. So that would fit right up against that bead nicely, like that. You know what? I think this is more for a necklace. Like it's too long for a bracelet. So I think this is the winner, chicken dinner. I have some smaller stuff, but I think I like this one. Nice and shiny gold. Do that. And then a bead, a spacer. We had a minor emergency with the kitty. So needless to say, he's not allowed in my office anymore. And sadly, he sleeps in here at night. So I'm either going to have to sterilize my office, childproof it, or I'm going to have to start closing the door. That's probably the smarter way because there's no way I can guarantee he's not going to get into something. So he has never eaten anything, swallowed anything, and today he got in the garbage can and he got some nylon thread, and it was a piece that had been cut, and he swallowed it, but it was still hanging out of his mouth. Thank goodness I was able to get it out. So this is nice. I'm like, I don't know why I'm surprised. I mean, you'd have to go really wrong to really mess things up in a bracelet like this. So simple. So I think I should put the part that I want attached, because I think it's a better idea to put this super snug. So I will get these guys to make sure, see how they're a little bit, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit open. So I'm going to secure it. Oh, there's still some space there. Where's my other pliers here? Just be careful because this is attached to the chain with a solder. You know what? I think I'm going to switch. Take this one to that side. Okay. So my poor kitty, he's tired because I chased him around the house. I'm like yelling for my wife. I need your help. All it took was I went down to the kitchen and got the treats out, and he was there. And I was able to pull it out. There, that one's in. So when you're trying to get it so that it's snug up against the other part of the jump ring, if you wiggle it back and forth, like twisting it like this, but push towards the other side, it will bring it closer. And you'll get a perfect. I'm going to open this so it's easier to manage. Okay, so I did have my crimp tube on there, but it came off. Okay, and I'm going to put this on the one side like that, and I'm going to bring my tail back through the crimp bead, and I'm going to pull this so that it's a little smaller than the last one, and then just going to hold it like that, grab my crimping tools. So if you see the bottom, the one closest to my hands, I'm going to put it in there. It creates that little kind of bend, and then you put it in the last one at a 90-degree angle, and it folds it over. So let's get that in there. And then over. And if you don't like your beads showing, like your crimp beads, you can always cover it with a crimp cover, or you can, I have the magic crimping tool, I think it's called, and it creates a bead out of the metal. So I'm going to clip this little end off. Just checking to make sure. I should have checked before I cut it there. Good. Bring that down. Oh, this is going to be nice. Oh, I'm just double checking everything to see that I've got everything I want on there. Okay. Get my crimp bead. Like that. And, oh, the other side. Like, what am I looking for? And grab the other side. And pull that in to the crimp bead like that. And I'm gonna get that so that it's nice and snug there. And I'm leaving a bit of a bend in my beads so that it's not like totally rigid. And to about there, I'm gonna hang on to that. Get my crimp bead in the last slot. And I'm going to pull my cord a bit there and turn it, put it in the last one. We may have to redo this one. It looks a bit funky. That happens sometimes, yeah. So it's just folding from side to side instead of folding over. So hopefully it hasn't damaged the cord. So I just clip a piece off the end and open it up. That way I'm sure not to damage my wire. And we'll take that off because we're going to need to slide it back on. That was probably my fault because I was moving around a lot. I'm starting to feel a little cramped here. Go figure. Okay, let's grab this. And I'm going to try and grab this so that it's not like super twisted around when I go to add the other side. I did notice on, yeah, I think it's the last one I just did. It was a bit twisty. So let's go through here. There, like that. You can see where the bend was. Okay. So let's see if we can get that in there. That. And 90 degrees. Turn this a bit. There. Perfect. And I just pull to see nothing's loose, and I clip the end off. There. Let's put the heart on. The sparkly heart. Okay, we need a jump ring. decide the size. I'm going to try this 4mm, see if that works. Okay, just open that up. Like that. I'm going to get it in here. This hole seems pretty small. And then just pop the heart on there. Might want to turn it a bit. There. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I know, I know, I know. I like it. Look at that, all sparkly. Let's try it on. Okay, I take it back. There's no gifts. There's no gifts coming. You know what? I have like very few bracelets that I keep because I feel like they need to be enjoyed. And it's not that I don't enjoy them, it's just I just have so much stuff. Look at these. Let me bring this out again. Oh, this is really nice. Wow. This is awesome. Let's put the other one on top. Look at that. That is lovely. Woohoo! Okay. Let's do a few more. Take these off. Okay, that's goes in the garbage. I was going to do blue, but you know what? I'll save this because we have silver ones. I'll put those in the bin for the silver bracelet. And this was one of the beads that I love these. But I think we should put those in the silver as well. And these gorgeous blue, we'll do it in the silver as well. So we'll do a series with the silvers. I have these. I made some earrings with these guys recently. Do you know what? We could attach one of these with just a jump ring. Or a... I'm wondering if we can mix and match these. Let me see how that looks. So something like this. Yeah, let's try that. And we're going to put some beads in between here, in these. There was another larger bead somewhere. Here. Yes. Okay, those are really large. Actually, those would be fun. So we only need, two there and one on each side. Like that. That looks good. Let me see the measurement here. It's probably only 2 inches. We have some of these really interesting beads. Okay, I think let's slide those over. Ooh, now we're getting blingy. again, I bought these a long time ago. I just love them. But you know, I don't often do just straight strung beads. Once I got into the bead weaving, this stuff kind of got to the side now. I'm looking at this. These have a big hole, and I don't want the attachment to slide through the bead. So I'm wondering if this will stop it. Yeah, perfect. Like that and like that. Now we've got like a length. So let's check the length here. So now that's a little bit bigger, and that way it'll fit a bigger wrist. That's my that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So we just have to get these on. That. There. So just a reminder, I know I said it at the beginning, but the links are in the description. It's funny, I always get comments. I'm just checking this looks cracked. No. People will ask me where to buy these items. I usually say it at the beginning, it's a Beebeecraft. But you know what? I don't, like, it's not a big deal. Because I comment on everything anyway. Try to. Yeah, so it's not a big deal. I just remind people where the links are. So, oh my gosh, this is really pretty. This is very sparkly. I don't know if you guys are getting the sparkle factor off this, but what? Okay, so let's get the next one. We're going to do the same. We're going to attach it directly on. So this one's hooked here. Get that off. I'm going to close these up. Go the other way here. These are so beautiful. I spend a lot of time on their website checking all the different items, looking for the best deals. So I should say, I haven't done it yet. I probably will do it for the next video, is do a unboxing of all findings. So crimp beads, jump rings, stuff like that. Because right now here in Canada, anything coming from the States, we get dinged for tax and duty. And you know, when you're buying inexpensive items, it's annoying. So I'm guessing we have trade deals with China, so we don't get dinged. So it's nice that you can buy your supplies all in one place. And just this, there's a spot there that looks, oh, it's fine. There. Okay, that one's good. That one looks good. I think I already did it, but I just check. Yeah. Okay, so let's hook one side on here. I thought I had my crimp bead. Oh, pick up your crimp bead. Then put your attachment, your clasp, and then slide that through and bring it all the way like that. So if you have problems using your crimping tool, I think part of it is practice and hand position. but sometimes when it gets a little close, it's hard to manage it. There, that looks good. Just check. Yep. And we'll cut this piece off. There. Pull that down. Oh, this is lovely. I cannot believe. Oh, I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry. I get so excited. It's very sparkly. Doesn't take much to entertain me. Give me the sparkle. So when I do like stringing like this, I'll leave my the one end on the spool and just cut it when I'm ready to put the crimp bead on. So in case you're wondering, I do have bead stoppers. You can use those too. So I've got my crimp bead and the other end of the. You know what? Let's try and get the spin out of this chain. Let me hang on to this here. Get that out there. And oh, see, I went and put the twist. I didn't want to do that. Let's get this guy over here and put it through here. And my crimp tubes down at the bottom. And just put that through. I'm gonna pull it right next to the bead with a bit of a bend there. And then pull this end through till your loop is the size you want it. So I kind of want mine a bit small. Let me. Oh, look, thank goodness I didn't do it yet. Let me show you what happened here. I forgot about this. These beads, you have to be careful where your wire comes through. So I wanted to put my solid bead in that kind of slot, but the wire came out the side of the holes on the bead. So it's just like pull that out gently so it doesn't kink your thread. Get everything off of there and come back out and then put this on, making sure. I'm going to check the other ones to make sure that they're all on correctly. That one's fine. So it's just this one. Oh, it almost went through again. Okay, then that bead, solid bead at the end. So now it sits perfectly next to the kind of netted bead, and then get your stopper back on. And let's kind of get these guys so they're not all twisted. And go down here, get my tail back through. You know what? I'm just going to go through the crimp bead. And bring that down. Just make sure those are all snug like that. And get it in the last slot. Bring it to the first slot, turn it 90 degrees, and crimp. And check, make sure it's not coming apart. Clip this end off. it gets a little close here. Look at this. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, on the wrist, and I'll bring it out a bit so you can see. Oh, this is amazing. This turned out really nice. Wow. That is so pretty. Okay, I think we're going to do one more, and that'll be it for these, because I could just go forever and ever. Initially, I was going to do a bunch and just have them ready to hook on, but then maybe we'll do that in a different video, because I thought, no, just turn the camera on, do it. So you guys see my process, my creativity process. Okay, so let's put that one there. Oh, look at all these beautiful bracelets. This is the one I was curious about. So somebody gave me these when I first started. Oh, they're gorgeous. I've been hoarding them, of course. So these, the holes, so the holes go through this way. So let me see how many we can get. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I think maybe one more. That is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm wondering if I need to put a spacer between these. I'm not going to put it between. I think I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to do this on each side. Super simple. So let's pull these out, and we will attach them. So thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with the Beebeecraft supplies. I think there's some, okay, it's just, oh, that's interesting. Look, the hole, let me enlarge this for you. The hole went through the, wow. These are cool. These are really pretty. These are real freshwater pearls that somebody sent me. So, wow. I guess it would be too hard for them to do the hole from end to end because the unevenness of the beads. I don't even know what they would call these shapes. They're gorgeous. Very organic. These are amazing. You know what's perfect? The gold chain with these beautiful Nature's Wonders. This is the last one. The holes are pretty small. The wire's going through them, but I can't see the holes very well. There. Look at that. These are, Incredible. Wow. This is exciting that I'm using stuff that I haven't used in years. So, crimp bead. Let's prepare one of these guys. So I'm going to open it up. Oh yeah, this one's just a little bit open. Let me show you. Let's get that nice and closed. I'm being careful on this end. But you know what? The solder's pretty good, so that's not going anywhere. Oh, just looks like it needs to be. Oh, there's a gap. So this wire is so thin it would go through a gap. That's why I'm being super careful. If you're concerned, just add another jump ring to it. So I've got my crimp bead on there. I'm going to grab this end, go through, and then go bring the wire around to the crimp bead, pass it through, like that. That's about that size. I don't want it any bigger. So let's put it in the last slot, squeeze, bring it to the first one, turn it 90 degrees. That. And just look at it, inspect it, pull things around to see if anything moves. Nothing's moving. So I'm going to cut this. There. Bring that down. Cut my other end here. And we need another crimp bead, I think. Yep. Got your crimp bead. Bring it all the way down. And I'm just gonna untwist. I think the box chain tends to twist a little more, or you get the feeling of that it's twisting. Pass that through. Come over to this end. So now I'm going to be careful to keep this part tight because the shapes are so different that it could get, like I could have too much slack like that happening. I'm just going to pull that and pull this one to about there, and then get this in, squeeze, turn, squeeze, check to make sure it's all done, and then cut this end. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at this. Look at that. That is awesome. That's amazing. I can't believe it. Wow. Okay, so we need to put all the bling on. It's out. My next one. I'm getting better at closing the clasp. Oh wow, this is amazing. These are unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna leave the other ones off because it's it'll just look silly. But I did notice that you can wear these like layered, so you have multiple ones, like say like that. And these. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget the links are in the description. Emma10 coupon code for 10% off. And stay tuned. There's more. There's more coming. Take care, everybody. Bye.